What is trade? Trade is simple. You exchange one thing for another. It could be goods for goods. It could be goods for services. Trade happens everywhere. Trade has different levels. Regional trade happens within a small area. National trade happens within one country. International trade crosses country borders. Trade is important for growth. It lets countries specialize. They focus on what they're good at. This leads to more efficiency. Everyone benefits. The gold standard of mercantilism. Mercantilism was a popular economic theory. It dominated Europe from the 16th to 18th centuries. Countries wanted to be self-sufficient. They saw trade as a way to boost their power. Mercantilists believed in hoarding wealth. They measured wealth in gold and silver. Having more precious metals meant a nation was stronger. The goal was to export more than you imported. This created a trade surplus. Mercantilist policies focused on control. Governments heavily regulated their economies. They wanted to maximize exports and minimize imports. Tariffs were a key tool. These were taxes on imported goods. They made foreign products more expensive. This encouraged people to buy domestic. Governments also provided subsidies to domestic industries. Mercantilist policies had a significant impact. They helped to boost domestic industries. They also led to the growth of colonialism. European powers sought colonies as sources of raw materials and markets for their goods. However, mercantilism had drawbacks. The emphasis on exports stifled domestic consumption. The focus on precious metals led to inflation. It also created tensions between nations. Competition for colonies and trade routes often led to conflict. Why was mercantilism so dominant? Historians offer several explanations. Some argue that it was a natural response to the economic conditions of the time. Europe was transitioning from feudalism to capitalism. Others point to the rise of nation-states. Strong central governments needed revenue. They saw trade as a way to generate wealth and power. The constant threat of war also played a role. By the 18th century, cracks began to appear in mercantilist theory. Thinkers like Adam Smith argued for free trade. They believed that trade benefited all parties involved. Smith argued that specialization and division of labor led to greater efficiency and economic growth. He believed that government intervention in the market should be minimal. His ideas laid the foundation for classical economics. The legacy of mercantilism echoes in modern trade. While mercantilism is no longer the dominant economic theory, its legacy endures. Protectionist policies such as tariffs and subsidies are still used today. Governments continue to intervene in the market to protect domestic industries. The emphasis on national interest and economic competitiveness remains a powerful force in global affairs. Understanding mercantilism helps us to understand the historical roots of modern trade policies. Beyond mercantilism, we entered a new era of global exchange. The Industrial Revolution marked a turning point in the history of trade. Mass production and technological advancements led to an unprecedented increase in global trade. New theories emerged to explain these changes. David Ricardo's theory of comparative advantage argued that countries should specialize in producing goods they are relatively more efficient at producing. This theory further strengthened the case for free trade. Trade in the 21st century is a complex web. The rise of globalization has led to an intricate web of interconnected economies. The internet and digital technologies have revolutionized the way we trade. New challenges have emerged, such as intellectual property rights, environmental protection, and labor standards. Governments are grappling with how to regulate this complex system. The future of trade is uncertain. The forces of globalization and technological advancement continue to reshape the economic landscape. The rise of protectionism and economic nationalism poses challenges to the existing order. Finding a balance between free trade and national interests will be crucial. The lessons learned from past economic theories, both successes and failures, can guide us in navigating the complexities of a globalized world.